Phantasm 4 Oblivion was a massive return to the roots of the series. The film was released by a smaller company, it had a budget under $1 million, and was much more of a horror movie. It's received incredibly mixed reviews, and I have to honestly say, I have no fucking idea what to say about it. Did I like it? Well, I liked a lot of aspects about it, but at the same time, I hate so much about it. I'm kind of caught between a rock and a hard place with this film, so I guess I could just break it down and decide my final opinion in the end. The plot of the movie is the most complex of the entire series, and honestly it confused the fuck out of me at times. At the end of Phantasm 3, the Tall Man placed a sphere inside of Mike's head. Throughout the fourth movie, the Tall Man is trying to get Mike to join him and basically become him. Reggie spends the movie trying to find Mike, who has run away and is driving along alone. Mike starts to see Jodie, who helps him in beating the Tall Man once and for all. We find out interesting things about the Tall Man's backstory. We see deleted scenes from the first movie that is used extremely well, and we also get one of the most confusing and annoying endings I've seen in a long time. My biggest problem with the film is how many plot points they build up that just go nowhere at all. We think we're going to see something interesting and exciting, and then the characters just run away and forget about what happened. It feels really annoying. What I did find interesting is the fact that it's revealed that the Tall Man isn't just one man. He is a clone of a human that was transported to their world. They constantly churn out these clones when one of them dies, making the whole regeneration thing actually make sense. And not in a really confusing, fucked up South Park Kenny explanation way either. The film feels very isolated, which is where the scary moments are trying to be placed, but sadly they don't work. The low budget is extremely evident as a lot of the movie is set in the desert or in deserted motels. As I said, the scary parts don't really work. They don't capture the atmosphere of the original at all, and at times it doesn't feel like the director really understood the original movie despite the fact it's the same director. It's kind of like Star Wars Episode 4 and the prequels, just nowhere near as bad. There are a lot of moments that come out of nowhere and were never explained in the previous movies or even in this one. I mean, since when has the sound of a tuning fork made the spheres explode? Is it the sound of a tuning fork or is it the note of E? The acting is pretty much the exact same as in the previous film, but honestly a little worse. The only person who seems 100% committed to the role is Reggie Bannister. He's really trying and having a lot of fun. Angus Scrimm is also really good. Sadly with the film, the slow pace doesn't work because nothing is being evolved. Multiple scenes are being wasted and you can tell the writer had no idea what to write. The film is so slow and uninvolving that you kind of just wait for something to happen. A lot of parts make no sense and almost feel like they are being used out of context and that we may be missing something. The ending was also awful. I had no idea what was happening and then all of a sudden it ended on a cliffhanger. Really? You keep building the film up and then give us nothing. You could have easily have mixed 3 and 4 together and it would have been a tighter, much more compact movie. I'm now running out of things to say about the film. I did enjoy some moments and I don't think the film was terrible. I just think it was not enough of what I wanted. Does that make me selfish? Absolutely, but at least I'm honest. I give Phantasm 4 a 7 out of 10. So that wraps up my Phantasm reviews. I definitely enjoyed the series and can see why so many people love them. Phantasm 5 is set for release sometime soon, so when it comes to DVD, I will definitely review it. The trailer looks much more like a cheap fan film than an actual film, so I'm not sure how good it will be, but let's just hope for the best. Now it's time to rank the movies from worst to best. The number 4 from worst in the series is Phantasm 4. Number 3, Phantasm 3. Number 2, Phantasm 2, and number 1 best in the series is Phantasm, so it's just basically in reverse order. Right, so this was my final horror movie series reviews before my massive purge in October, which is next week. So I guess come back on October 1st for the first of my reviews of the Alien vs Predator movies. Yes, I will review all the films from both franchises and the crossovers, not just the crossovers. So yeah, come back October 1st for that.